Ever since I was a little girl, I wanted to fly. I was just fascinated by the sky, the stars, the immense space of the universe, and the fact that it was boundless. I didn't know how it was going to happen, but someday I knew that I was going to defy gravity. Growing up in Parker, Colorado, it was a time when the town was not very diverse. My parents are from Guyana, which is in South America, and we were one of two Black families that I was aware of growing up. Starting on the playground in kindergarten, kids ask you the things that make you feel different. Why your hair is like that, why you're a different color. But being a minority gave me a strength within myself to kind of give me belief in myself that I had purpose, that I had value, and it's okay for me to be here with everybody else. I was in 4th grade when I decided that I wanted to be a fighter pilot. It was the desire to be at that speed above the Earth's surface. It's like the ultimate freedom. But at the time, women were not allowed to fly fighters. And people knew that, and they'd say, well, you can't do that. And I used to tell them when I was little, well, either it'll change because I'm young, or I will change it. So I think the feeling when I walk into my first fighter squadron was actually pretty terrifying, because while you've made the grade and that you know that you have the skills and the talent to be there, there is no one else like you there. It was definitely a male-dominated career field. Everything from, wardrobe to making sure that we had the right life support equipment that made it not feel very welcoming necessarily. Sometimes the attitudes got in the way about, we still don't think women should be in fighters. But at the end of the day, we all had a job to do, and we were all capable of doing it, and you felt supported and you knew that somebody had your six. For me, flying has always felt like freedom. It's always felt like life has a different perspective, and that all of the things that you fly away from become very small, and it makes things very manageable. My plan going into the Air Force was I was never getting married, I was never having kids, I was going to fly until I died, and that was the goal. So when I asked the question if I wanted to have a child, the system was not built for women to do this in the fighter pilot world. My commander said, well, you'd be out of the jet for, 9 months to a year. And he said, and I don't have to give you a transition course because that would be your decision to go have a child. There were a lot of challenging things that did not have moms in mind. These are high-performance airplanes. You're pulling 9 Gs. That's essentially 9 times your body weight. And it was very challenging after having my son. Pulling 9 Gs in a jet after having a C-section is definitely not easy. And that's what I had to go and do 6 months after I had him. I have a passion for working with children, young people, women, to help see the power that they have, that they can do anything that they want to do. It gives me an opportunity to take some of those glass ceilings that I have broken and to reach back and help other people step through and step up and move up. So I've started my own company, Dare to Dream, where I go out and I share this message in the light of leadership and diversity. In order to thrive, right, you need belonging. You need value. We have so many barriers to get out from, and some of them we put there ourselves, and some of them are put there for us, but we need to move them. We need to go over them or around them or through them to get to that place where we are authentically our best selves. And if I can be an example for those people, then I'm honored to do it. and I'm excited to do it. That is what being a change maker means to me.